Welcome back to the news at 10. 200 million naira worth of airtime is up for grabs, courtesy of Suntory Beverages and Foods Nigeria Limited, makers of Lucozade Boost and Lucozade Sport. The company, which is a player in the energy drinks category in Nigeria, introduced this promo at a media launch in Lagos.
Suntory Beverages and Foods Limited, which took off in the country in October of 2016, having acquired the Lucozade brand from the previous owners, starts the meeting by recalling past achievements.
We ran the Back to School promo on Ribena, where we gave out scholarships to school children. And then after that, we run another promo on Ribena, a freebie promo. The reason why we've called you on this one is because of how big this is for us as a company, but also as a brand.
This time, the company is giving customers a chance to get recharged, not just in their bodies with Lucozade, but also their phones to the tune of 200 million naira. Lucozade also plans to be everywhere with this promo, and in the major Nigerian languages as well.
We are developing point of sales materials to support the promo, pan-Nigeria, all over the country. We've got 5 regions: Lagos, East, West, Southeast, and South-South. And there's no place in Nigeria where you go to that you not find a communication on this promo.
Staff of Suntory say airtime benefits can be enjoyed on all networks.
It runs across all the service providers. If you've got a multiplier plan with your service provider, so when you get this credit, it automatically multiplies. So the same thing can happen with data as well.
With all this free airtime to be won, will the increased traffic slow down the networks?
We had this promo last year, and it was not one of the problems we experienced, and we were able to get nearly 2 million people on the platform. This year is a bigger promo. We've also arranged such that we don't have that kind of a problem. Drink Lucozade Boost, drink Lucozade Sports, look under the yellow cap, check the number you see there, SMS is to 20966, and you stand a chance of winning.
The company, which boasts of being the first to put a code on a PET bottle cap, is set to run this promo till the 31st of May 2017.
Let's take a look at some sports now. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks, Ijoma. Muirfield Golf Club has voted to admit women as members for the first time in its 273-year history. Members of the privately owned club voted 80.2% in favor of updating their membership policy. It followed a decision by golf's ruling body to remove Muirfield as a host venue for the British Open Championship after it failed to change in 2016. Muirfield has had a male-only membership policy since the Honourable Company of Edinburgh Golfers, which controls the course, was founded back in 1744. Leicester City have booked their place in the quarter-final of this season's UEFA Champions League after beating 10-man Sevilla 2-0 at the King Power Stadium to qualify 3-2 on aggregate. Goals from captain Wes Morgan and Mark Albrighton in either half gave the Foxes victory despite having to defend for the last 20 minutes of that crucial game. Paulo Dybala's goal from the penalty spot was all Juventus needed to progress to the next round after beating FC Porto 1-0 in Turin. The result ensures that the Italian club qualified 3-0 on aggregate. Nigeria Women's Football League champions Rivers Angels have signed last season's top scorer Rafiat Sule from Bayelsa Queens ahead of the 2016-2017 season. Sule scored 9 goals in the 2015-2016 NWFL season and helped her side, Bayelsa Queens, progress to the 2016 Women's Federation Cup finals. Rivers Angels have also secured the services of 10 other players, including Belarus FC Minsk midfielder Halimatu Ainde. The NWFL champions also captured the signature of Bayelsa Queens striker Patience Kalu, who was the second highest goal scorer last season. Egypt's Supreme Administrative Court has dissolved the board of the country's football association, the EFA, after accepting a lawsuit regarding the invalidity of their elections. Magda El Helbawi, Omar Haridi and Magda Mahmoud had filed a lawsuit regarding the legitimacy of the election of the board. The court appointed Tawat Swelam as the interim administrator pending the conduct of a fresh election. and the court has given the Ministry for Youth and Sports 7 days to execute the ruling. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayatunde Balogun. Ijoma comes back later with the rest of the news at 10.
Thanks a lot, Ayatunde. British Prime Minister Theresa May has received the go-ahead from the country's parliament to begin the process of exiting the European Union. Both houses backed the Brexit bill, and after securing symbolic approval from the Queen, which should come over the next few days, Mrs May has the right to begin what could be Britain's most complex negotiations since World War II. She, however, is yet to answer the question of when and how the government will approach the uncharted territory of leaving the EU. She hopes to negotiate terms that keeps ties with other 27 EU member states as close as possible, but also satisfy those sceptical of her ruling, the Conservative Party.
This will be a defining moment for our whole country as we begin to forge a new relationship with Europe and a new role for ourselves in the world. So, Mr. Speaker, this is not a moment to play politics or create uncertainty. It is a moment to bring our country together, to honour the will of the British people and to shape for them a better, brighter future and a better Britain. And I commend this statement to the House.
Jeremy Corbyn.
And 5 years since the last incident, an oil tanker has been hijacked by suspected pirates off the coast of Somalia. The vessel had been on its way to the Somalian capital, Mogadishu, from Djibouti when it was delivered, and its tracking system was said to have been switched off. The ship had reportedly sent a distress signal saying it was being approached by high speedboats. The gunmen are reported to have told a local official that they were fishermen whose equipment was destroyed by illegal fishing vessels. Piracy was rampant off the Somali coast until increased patrols by European naval forces contained the problem. And the war of words continues between Turkey and the Netherlands over a political rally over the weekend. The latest being President Recep Erdogan's accusing the Dutch of contributing to the massacre of Muslim men in Srebrenica, Bosnia in 1995. According to the Turkish president, Dutch UN peacekeepers failed to protect the men from Bosnian Serb forces who were prosecuted over the massacre. All of this comes from the Netherlands barring the Turkish minister from campaigning among expatriates for its upcoming referendum. The EU foreign policy chief has called on Turkey to refrain from excessive statements and actions that risk exacerbating the situation, but her message appears to have had little effect. And the main news again. The Senate today demanded that the customs boss appear before the lawmakers in the upper chamber tomorrow in uniform. He's expected to answer questions on the vehicle importation policy. In the meantime, he's visited the Senate president privately. Also today, President Muhammadu Buhari met with the Senate president and the Speaker of the House of Representatives on the state of the economy, politics and security. And suspected pirates today hijacked a ship laden with crude oil off the coast of Somalia. It's the first hijack in the region in 5 years. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Hunyato. You have a good night.